PMAC back for another PMAC Movies haul video. We got a nice big old box from Hamilton Book at hamiltonbook.com. Good small business. They get they do get newer stuff, but they also get closeouts. They do price reductions every few months. I've talked about Hamilton Book before. Before I get too much into that, if you do enjoy PMAC Movies and you want to help out the channel, you can take a look in the description section for ways that you can help out. But yeah, Hamilton Book, really good company. If you have any issues with orders, stuff like that, they're quite good at resolving those. They do sometimes send packages in like the ARC style, where it's like comes in at the end. I don't know how to really describe it, but with like staples on the end of it, and then you open it up in the middle, which is pretty cool. But apparently I ordered enough this time that I got a big old box. So the selection this time was stuff that I had, several things I had in my wish list for a little while that I just, it is $4 flat rate shipping. And there was some stuff I was like, it's not going to sell out. And even if it does, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm not going to go ahead and order it until I can get a pretty decent chunk of things together. Because it wasn't anything that I absolutely had to have or anything like that. So I was patient. And this past Monday, which is when they do updates every 4 Mondays. So their next update of new stuff will be 4 Mondays from this past Monday. And they do the new Blu-rays, and they'll have new DVDs on there that are new to the site. Some of them brand new, like brand new stuff, but a lot of it like discount stuff. Which you can find some like kind of cool, which they had this time, some kind of cool like horror stuff, some kind of like indie horror stuff. I think they had some like Dark Sky stuff and maybe MPI. They have cool stuff like that they'll have for $5 or $6. So you can get some pretty good deals. And it is good to support a small business like that rather than, yeah, if Dollar Tree gets some, they're going to be cheaper almost always. So there's that. But Dollar Tree doesn't always get them. And then like a Big Lots, similar price. I think better to support Hamilton Book, though, you know, a smaller company and things like that. So anyway, let's take a look at what we got. Now, before I get into this, there was one item that I ordered. The most expensive thing in here was $15. And it said, you don't really know if they still have the slipcover from Hamilton Book unless you ask the guy. But I looked in the description and it said it still had the poster. And I was like, I'm pretty sure the slipcover-less edition doesn't still have the poster. So I was like, oh, it's still got to have the slipcover. And then today, after I was thinking about it some more, I'm like, I really hope they had that, because I could have got that from Orbit. I passed on it from Orbit, and then I got it from Hamilton because it was a little bit cheaper from Hamilton. Where do I want to put this box? Maybe I'll just set it over to the side here. So let's take a look. I have not looked in here yet. We got paper on the top. I don't want to see my items yet. I want to do it one by one. Man, they put a lot of paper in here. Holy cow. Are there even movies? All right. Where the heck are the movies? They put like a ridiculous amount of... Here it is right on the top, the one. And it does have the slipcover, although it's a little tiny bit damaged on the bottom. But so this is the main one I was concerned about as far as having the slipcover. It is a 88 Films release. It is region A and B according to the back. It's like an Italian crime movie. And it is Blood and Diamonds here. I was kind of waiting on a decent price for this one. So to be able, it dropped down to $15 in this past update, and I decided to go ahead and get it with that nice slippy dippy. I like to get the 88 Films ones, especially, you know, if they still have the slip covers. This slip cover looks nice and glossy. So it says a follow-up of sorts to his earlier film, the seminal Caliber 9, which I'm not sure if I have that one. It might be a movie that's called different things. Let me take a look at this before we get too far. Caliber 9. Is that the only title it goes by? Yeah, so follow up to Caliber 9. I don't have that. It looks like. So I'm going to have to look into that one a little bit more. But it says follow up of sorts to his earlier film, the seminal Caliber 9 from 1972. It's like a mafia gang type of movie, Italian crime thriller of the 70s, which I have a fair amount of from like Arrow Video. So I wanted to get that one. I didn't want to, pay much for it, which is why I waited until it was $15. Let's see what else we got in here. That's cool that was the first one I pulled out, though, because that's the one I was most curious about. Now, this is one that looked like a really nice bargain, because this is actually 3 movies. It is put out by MPI. It is IFC Films. It has 3 movies, only $6 for this. It is Red Riding here on Blu-ray. And this might even be multiple discs. I'm going to have to take a look. Some people said on the back, some reviewers, David Thompson, said, better than The Godfather, the film is clarified and beautiful. And Roger Ebert said, hammers at the dark souls of its villains until they crack open. I thought this was kind of like murder stories, epic mystery thriller. Rebecca Hall is in it, Sean Bean, Andrew Garfield, Patty Considine, David Morrissey. I'm curious, I think I looked it up as to how many discs it is, but I don't remember. I don't think it's just one. I mean, you got 3 feature-length movies on this, so I thought this was actually one of the better snags for me here this round. Something I'd never heard of, actually. Alright, so we're opening it up. Let's take a look-see. It is at least 2 discs. So it looks like it's just a Blu-ray and DVD, which is interesting. But I mean, it looked like it got pretty good reviews. So I mean, when 3 movies are on one Blu-ray, I suspect the picture quality isn't going to be unbelievably great. But I think, for $6, IFC Films puts out some good stuff. I tend to really like, when I see something's put out by IFC Films, I tend to think it's probably decent quality. So I was glad to be able to get that for only $6. Let's see what else is in this box. Okay, this is another one that was a new one. This is a Dark Sky Films release here. It is called Broadcast Signal Intrusion. I believe this was $5, and I looked into it, and I decided to go ahead and get it. It just sounded interesting. So let's see here. For 3 years, James has been haunted by his wife's sudden and inexplicable disappearance. His best distraction is work, specifically archiving old videos. While watching decade-aged TV news footage one night, he sees a video interference that's deeply disturbing, and it's not the only interference he'll see. As his obsession over these strange clips increases, and he submerges himself into their mysteries, James discovers troubling connections to his missing wife. Which will these broadcast intrusions bring him, though? Long-desired answers or a never-ending nightmare? Broadcast signal intrusion. Sounds pretty interesting, so for $5 I went ahead and grabbed it. What else we got in here? They put all the paper on top. Shouldn't they put some on the bottom? This is another IFC one. I don't think that last one was. Dark Sky Films. This is an IFC Midnight, which when I see IFC Midnight, I'm always interested, and MPI put this out. So this has got the girl from Arrow in it, Katie Lutz, and Legends of Tomorrow. It is called The Pact here on Blu-ray. So again, when I'm seeing IFC films, I look into the movie. It sounds, gets pretty like mediocre reviews. I wanted to grab it. So Casper Van Dien is also in this. And this is a horror movie. Following her mother's death, Annie reluctantly returns to her childhood home, only to find that her estranged sister has disappeared overnight, and a sinister presence is in the house, haunting the halls and her dreams. Creepy. What else we got in here, you may ask? So this is a Universal one. I got this partly because of the digital code. I think I have seen parts of this movie before. Not necessarily one that would be like at the top of my list. It is a Lionsgate movie. I was actually thinking it was Universal, but it is Lionsgate. It is Keira Knightley, Chloe Grace Moretz, and Sam Rockwell in Laggies here on Blu-ray. I believe this was $5. It is an A24 film, which I didn't actually realize when I bought it. It is from 2014. It's 100 minutes. I think I've seen part of this somewhere. I'm not sure where, though. I don't think I even knew what it was. It was just like on TV. This is one I've been interested in since it came out, and I never got. It was one that I was waiting on to get from Hamilton Book. I figured they had quite a few copies. It is not supposed to be a very good movie, but it has one of my favorites in it. What's her name? Maggie Q, who I really like. So if it didn't have Maggie Q in it, I probably wouldn't have been as interested in it. It is also a Blumhouse movie. It is Fantasy Island here on Blu-ray from Sony. So to be able to get this for $5 with the digital code, I thought was a good deal, even though the movie is supposed to be bad. Uh-oh, we're down to 20% on the battery life. But yeah, I've read mostly the large majority bad stuff on this, but I still wanted it for very cheap. What else we got in here? So this is a G Kids movie. Again, it was like $5 plus the digital code. This is a Universal one. It is MFKZ here. So getting some of these cheaper ones with the digital codes, which will make them very, very cheap. And this one actually got pretty good reviews and stuff. I don't know if it's going to be up my alley, but that you can kind of do that when you're getting stuff from Hamilton Book. You can kind of get stuff for cheap, and then if it doesn't work out, it's not that big of a deal. What else we got in here? So this one had been on my radar quite a while, and I finally decided to get it. It is from Cape Lipe and MPI. Pretty highly regarded movie. I think this is a Korean movie. It went down to only $3. It actually went down to $3 in the previous price drops. But I just finally decided to go ahead and get it. It is The Man Standing Next: The Assassination of a President. To be able to grab this for only $3, I figured I can't keep passing on it. I saw that it had gotten like a really nice edition from some company, maybe in, I don't know if it was a US release or another country, but you know, a movie that's considered to be quite good. On you know, you got a review on the back from the Houston Chronicle saying, "The Man Standing Next, a powerhouse Korean thriller." So got that one for only $3. Interesting how they packed that. It's just ridiculous amount of packing in here. We got the prices there, so I'll take a look at that. I think I got all the prices right so far, but up next we got another Sony one. So this one went up with the same update as Fantasy Island, so it might have been like last update or maybe 2 updates ago even. A movie that I had kind of had on my radar as far as if it went cheap, I would grab it. and I did decide to get it here with this haul. It got pretty good reviews and stuff. It is Black and Blue here on Blu-ray. It is a fast-paced action thriller about a rookie cop played by Naomi Harris who inadvertently captures the murder of a young drug dealer on her body cam. It looks like Frank Grillo's in this. Yes, he is. Tyrese Gibson, Mike Coulter. So, pretty highly regarded movie. So I'll grab that one. $5. Up next. This is one I actually added at the very end. I saw somebody else on Blu-ray.com had gotten it. I looked into the movie a little bit. I saw that, first of all, the company Hammer put this out. And secondly, it has Aidan Gillen from Game of Thrones in it. And Timothy Spall, who's been in a lot of stuff. He's really good. One being Harry Potter. The movie didn't necessarily sound great to me, but then when I saw those two were in it, and Hammer made this, it's also a Dark Sky Films MPI release, I decided to go ahead and get Wakewood here on Blu-ray. It was only $5. You can feel, this is like an older Blu-ray. It says copyright 2009. The case on this is so much better than current cases. Like if you get a Lionsgate case, or even what Shout Factory, Scream Factory puts out, these cases are so much better. Like you get so many movies nowadays that are damaged. The artwork is damaged on the spines and stuff like that. If they had cases like this, you'd very rarely ever get that. But they have those really flimsy cases that they're just gonna get crunched in with any sort of pressure. This feels unbelievable. Like, to feel this, it's like, it's been so long, I feel like, since I've had a case this hefty. Alright. P-Max going off on cases. We have a slipcover. I don't know what I bought that would have a slipcover. Oh, nice. So this is a movie that's one of those movies that's, I didn't expect it to have a slipcover, first of all. This is one that I actually had in my cart. I was like, no, I'm not, because I put a bunch of stuff in my cart and then I kind of weed it down. This is one that I said I'm going to pass on that. It's some like recruiting terrorist type of movie. But then I read, a lot of good reviews on it, and it was compared to, like, it kind of reminded me of like that movie Searching, where it's all stuff on the computer. Through technology, maybe cell phones and stuff too. But then it caught my interest, and it was only like $5, so I did decide to go ahead and get Profile here. This is a Focus Features release from Universal, and so $5 with the digital code and the slipcover. Probably one that didn't sell very well, but sounded pretty good actually, so glad that I got that one. Oh, we got a couple steelbooks actually too. So, I do already have this, but I thought for the steelbook version I would go ahead and get for this price. This was only $6 for Lara Croft Tomb Raider Cradle. Man, I'm really losing it. Cradle of Life, 4K. So it looks like it may only have the 4K. Oh, it does have, so it has a 4K and Blu-ray, which is surprising. It only says 4K up there. So this has the 4K, Blu-ray, and digital for only $6. And I think this is this may very well be an old Paramount code that will redeem twice. Let me see, where's the copyright on this steelbook? 2018. Yeah, I think this should still work for the iTunes and Voodoo Redemption. So that was a good deal. And then I'll sell one of my Tomb Raiders. I don't need both the steelbook and I think I have I have the slipcover edition. I see it over there. Which unfortunately for the first Tomb Raider, I only have the regular with no slipcover. So it'd be good to be able to get like a steelbook of that. This one comes in a DVD case, but it is a Blu-ray, and it's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Read pretty mixed things about this. but it had dropped down to $3, so I did decide to go ahead and get it. Funimation put this out. It is Avenging Blade here. Blu-ray DVD combo pack, Avenging Blade. So not optimal that it comes on a DVD, in a DVD case, but I mean, for $3, this looks like a pretty good one. Let's see. So this is a Japanese movie. It looks like the main actor in this is from Sukiyaki Western Django, which I do believe I own, and Crow Zero, which I own also. I think those are both Takashi Miike movies. Still have a few left. Now, this is one, I'm not big on comedies or... No, this is more like a political type of thing, which I really would very rarely get. But this was very, very highly regarded. Peter Capaldi's also in it. It is an MPI AFC Films release, so I decided to go ahead and get it for $5. It is In the Loop. It just seemed like this was very, very highly regarded. People saying that this was a very, very funny movie. So I was pretty interested in it and did decide to go ahead and grab that one for very affordable. I'm just throwing these down there. What else do we have left in here? I think there's only a few more. Okay, so this is one that I was somewhat interested in this ever since it came out, but I never got it. It is back. Actually, I did buy this, and then I returned it. I decided to return it. But this was only $5 on there. They had this one and the better edition, like a Ronin Flicks edition, but I didn't necessarily need the better edition of this movie, Becky. So this has whoever Lulu Wilson is. It has Kevin James and Joel McHale. I don't know, what has Lulu Wilson been in other things? I don't, probably, but I don't recognize her. I think I heard this compared to like a kind of a modern, maybe more violent Home Alone or something like that. So glad to be able to get that one. Actually, the Richard Roper says a gory, blood-spattered fever dream take on Home Alone. On the back, that's what it says. So that was one that I was kind of waiting on. That was a previous update. Oh, another Steelbook. So I do have this on Blu-ray. I do not have it on 4K, but this is the 4K, Blu-ray, and digital of a movie that I thought was decent. Not great, but I enjoyed it. Henry Golding in Snake Eyes here. I believe if you got the regular 4K of this, it did not include the Blu-ray. So this is actually a really cool addition to be able to get of it. Not only because it's a Steelbook, but because it's a combo pack. I could be wrong on that, but I felt like this was one of the ones that it was like, you could either get the Blu-ray edition or the 4K edition. You couldn't get the 4K Blu-ray combo pack. It also has the dude from Warrior in it, which Warrior on HBO Max. It might actually be on Cinemax, but you can watch it on the HBO streaming. Andrew Koji, maybe. Samara Weaving's also in this. So glad to be able to get the 4K of this. This also has the digital code, which this is going to be a one redemption digital code, I do believe. But for $8, I thought that was a nice bargain there. Is there only one left? I think so. What is it? Oh, okay. So this is actually a new release. I wasn't sure why this was easily the cheapest on Hamilton Book. And usually with new releases, they're not that cheap. They're actually, like, new releases from Mill Creek would usually not be that great of a deal. You could probably get them cheaper on, like, Amazon and stuff. So they had this for only $10. It is the Music and Romance 6-movie collection. I believe, based on what I saw on Blu-ray.com, this is 2 discs. So there must be 3 movies on each disc. I don't own any of these movies. I may have Captain Corelli's Mandolin on DVD, possibly. So I suspect this isn't going to be, unbelievable quality. But this is 10 hours and 35 minutes on 2 discs, 6 movies for only $10. I thought that was pretty good. We have Shout with John Travolta and Heather Graham. Captain Corelli's Mandolin, which I mentioned before. Nicolas Cage, Penelope Cruz, John Hurt, Christian Bale, Connie and Carla. Toni Colletti's in that. The Man Who Cried, we got Christina Ricci, Kate Blanchett, John Turturro, Johnny Depp. The Caveman's Valentine, Samuel L. Jackson, and Madame Susatska. Shirley MacLaine is in that one. Very interesting. Let's open this up. It does feel kind of hefty. It almost feels like more than 2 discs, but probably just how they put the discs in there or something. I'm not sure. This is more than 2 discs. I thought I saw that this was 2 discs. So we got 1 disc, 2 discs. Good so far. I'm just checking them for scratches. Mill Creek can be pretty bad. I've gotten a few discs from Mill Creek that are cracked in the middle. So 2 movies per disc. And there's 3 discs. Discs are looking good, so that's not bad then. I mean, for $10, 3 discs, 2 movies per disc. I mean, you know, when you're getting a set like this from Mill Creek that's a budget set, you're not getting like 6 discs. It's just not happening. This is a budget release. I paid less than $2. I think on Amazon this is probably $20 or $25. So I think it's a good deal anyway. So I went ahead and snagged it. Even if I only care for like 2 movies out of that, I mean it still made sense to go ahead and get that. Now, I don't think there's anything else, but look at how much packing stuff they put in there. I mean, they put, for how big this box was, there wasn't really that many movies in it. So that's part of it. This is unreal. Alright, so that is everything. That was a lot of freaking paper there. I guess my concern would be from that is all the paper seemed to be on top and on the sides. There was nothing protecting it on the bottom. I would think they'd probably want to put some of the paper on the bottom, put the movies in, and then put paper on top. It seems like it would make more sense. But it protected things quite well either way, so not complain. I mean, it's way better than you're going to get from the big companies who just don't give a shit. So check out Hamilton Book. Let me know if you snagged anything from Hamilton Book lately. And we will see you next time on PMAC Movies. PMAC Movies.